Hey everybody, Drew here from Weasley Studios, and back for another video. Today is just going to be a semi-2017 year in review, and then my plans for 2018. Even though I don't really like to make plans, I kind of have some plans. So, let's just get going. Second time I've made this video. I made it the other day, but I wasn't feeling very well and I was really tired, and I was watching it back and I was like, I don't like this. I'm not putting that on the internet. So, here we go. I'm in a much better mood and I'm not tired today. Okay. So going into 2018, I only had 3 whips. I finished one a couple days ago, which if you've seen my Instagram, I finished Be Inspired by Stitchrovia. Not showing that to you today on video. That will be next week in a Stitchy update video. So, but go check out Instagram, Weasley Studios, and you can see that before my video if you can't wait. Which you shouldn't wait because it's really awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to start and show you some finishes that I had in 2017. I think I added up 26, 27 finishes. I only have 8 finishes here. Then I had 3 Christmas ornaments and they're put away. And then everything else was gifts or stuff that I sent to other people. So, let's just get going, shall we? Okay, so the first finish I saw on somebody's video or Instagram. I've seen a lot of people hang all their projects on hangers until they FFO them, so started doing that because genius. Okay, the first thing I have is, if you all remember, Double Double by Prairie Schooler on the coffee dipped fabric. Then Little House New York's Country Cottage, one of those fresh brewed coffee. All the color changes by me, also on coffee dipped fabric. Then Hocus Pocus by Clouds Factory. This is just on 14 count ADUS. Silver gold dust, sparkly. You can kind of see it. Only changes I made were some of the lines of the letters were like there were 3 colors in the letters, but I didn't like that, so I just made it all one color. And then all the yellow in the stars and the key and stuff was white, but that wasn't going to show up very well in the photo. I'll put those back on the hanger when we're done. So we don't have a mug today. Today we have my Paula Deen tumbler. Hey y'all. 5 or 6 years ago, I went with a friend down to Savannah, Georgia, because he was looking at an art school down there, and he wanted somebody to go with him because it's like a 12-hour drive. So I went along and love Savannah. If I was to ever move to Georgia, Savannah would be at the top of my list. It's so pretty. The weather there's really nice. But Paula Deen's restaurant is there, and I used to be obsessed with Paula Deen. Obsessed with Paula Deen. So I was like, we have to, like, we're going. Mostly I went with him so we could go to her restaurant. I'm not going to lie to you. So everyone always told me that it was such a long wait, and you'd be waiting outside for like hours, blah, blah, blah. So we go take a tour of the art school, and then I'm like, let's go to lunch at Paula Deen's restaurant. So we go over, there's not a line outside, there's like nobody around. So we go up to the host stand, we're like 2, and she's like, okay, and then took us right up. The place was packed, the food was to die for, delicious. Crab cakes is what I had. For the longest time, I still had my receipt from the restaurant. I don't know what I thought I was going to do with it. crab cakes, better than my grandma's, don't tell her. Sweet tea was delicious. We probably had dessert, but I don't remember. Oh my god, it was so good. And then obviously there was a gift shop. So I got this tumbler. And I don't know if I have it over here. Yes. I got a pen. Purple pen. Paula Deen. Hey y'all. And then I got a sticker. Don't remember where the sticker was. That's all I got. I had her cookware for the longest time, but I finally had to get new. I just love Paula Deen. When I was in college, when I was going to school to be a teacher, I took this one class, and I don't remember what the whole assignment was, but we had to pick a topic, and we had to do like 15 or 20 different activities surrounding that topic. Well, I chose Paula Deen. Hilarious. I chose Paula Deen. My whole, I made like this big binder, all of Paula Deen stuff. And me and my roommate at the time, we made a wrap. A Paula Deen wrap called the Funky Paula Dina. Now, I probably shouldn't tell you this because it's kind of embarrassing, but if you go to YouTube, which you're already on, and type in Funky Paula Dina, you will see the rap that me and my roommate made to the song The Funky Cole Medina. It's hilarious. We wrote the lyrics ourselves. That was part of my project because, college. So, anyways, enough about Paula Deen. Winter Village by Stone Street Stitches. That green is not dark. It is super bright. But, lighting and shit. Free pattern. Love this. Super excited about it. Sue Hillis stitching Santa. We all know how much I'm obsessed with him. Made him a silver fox. That was the only color change I made because of the fabric. Think I'm going to send him to Barb at Keepsakes to frame during her sale. That is just so good, y'all. Do you ever just stare at your pieces and you're like, I'm really good at cross stitching? Because I'm really effing good at cross stitching. Ugh, I can't. I'm sorry, Dookie. Okay. Then we have... Duke is my assistant today. Happy Pumpkin Spice Season. Lindy Stitches on 16 count fabric by Pictures Plus. Then we have Jam Tomorrow and Jam Yesterday, but Never Jam Today. This is just on 14 count Ada. Etsy shop. Nerdy Little Stitches or something. She does a lot of puns and a lot of fun stuff. I've done several of her patterns when I first started. But this is a quote from Alice in Wonderland. I'm sure I said this before in the video when I finished it. I don't know if this quote is in the book. It is in the movie with Carol Channing. She says that. So, that's going in my kitchen if I ever get it FFO'd. And then Stitcherovia, 18 count Ada, fruit. There is a companion piece to this, vegetables, that I will be doing, hopefully soon. They will both be FFO'd and put in my kitchen, in the Weasley kitchen. Kind of want to put these in trivets. So, Michelle, I need you to find me some trivets because you're the queen of triveting. Wouldn't that be cute in a trivet? I don't know if they have a trivet that long. Let's just measure. So when I was thinking about making this video, when I was watching a Flosstube video earlier today, and everybody's like, hey, it's so-and-so from so-and-so. Isn't it funny how we introduce ourselves? Like, I'm Drew from Weasley Studios. Like, you don't know that you're watching Weasley Studios. No. if I could hold the ruler right. Okay, 4 inches wide, Michelle, by like 6.5 long. Can you find me 2 trivets, 4.5 by, 4 by 6.5? Thank you. So those are the finishes that I have. One of my goals for 2018 is to FFO stuff. As you can tell, I'm really bad at FFOing. I don't know, it's not that I'm not creative, I just don't want to do it. Or I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up and it's going to look like shit. And then I'm like, oh, but I just spent all that time and money stitching that. Dog hair. So FFOing kind of makes me nervous, but I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to make myself, after every project or 2 projects I finish, I have to FFO something, or a couple. You want to give me a kiss? Okay. So that's a major goal for 2018, is to FFO. Fair pieces. I'm going to enter the fair this year, the Indiana State Fair. I'm going to take Be Inspired, sending that to Barb at Keepsakes to frame. So that piece is definitely being entered. Now, just in case I don't have time to finish anything else before the fair and get it framed, what do you think about Stitching Santa? Do you think he's a good fair piece? There's a lot of backstitching. I know judges like when there's multiple. He's entirely backstitched. The foliage. There's a charm. I remember somebody. What is the woman's name? Does she live in Utah? New Mexico? She lives in New Mexico. What is her name? Atomic Stitches? Duke, stop. Atomic Stitches? Atomic Stitchery? I remember she was saying when she went to the New Mexico State Fair, that a lot of judges like it when there's multiple aspects in a project, so. No, there's not multiple aspects in this project, but I kind of want to enter double just because it's just amazing and I love it and I dyed this fabric. What are your thoughts on that? Because what I want to do a double is I really want to burn the edges like McKenna did. And I know that sounds like I'm copying her. Like, oh, she burnt the edges of Devil's Run and then she entered it into the fair. Okay, yeah. She did burn the edges and enter it into the fair. But before I thought about entering this into the fair, I've been wanting to burn the edges and I'm really nervous about it. And I can't like send this to McKenna, here, do this, because by the time it gets back to me, it will be kind of brittle and probably fall apart. It still smells like vanilla coffee. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts. Be Inspired, Stitching Santa, and Double fair pieces. And we'll see what happens. I'm gonna take those old ladies down. They're not gonna know what hit them when Weasley Studios shows up to the fair. Yeah, that's a little trash talk, little cross stitch trash talk. Okay, let's get into my whips. So I did have 3 whips, but now I only have 2 because I finished Be Inspired. So my first whip is Country Cottage Needleworks, Hark the Herald, one of my favorite Christmas songs, Changing All the Colors. I've only worked on this for 1 day on 18 count Ada. Pretty much all the colors have been changed. It's not really showing up the white for the robes. I did her robe and part of her robe, but you can see it a lot better in person. But so that should be a quick thing. I told myself the other day that, like, since I finished being inspired, I should pick this back up, finish this, and then start another bigger project. And then I will only have one whip from 2017. Pretty proud of myself only having 3 whips coming into 2018. And then my last whip is Raven Queen. Now you all know this is getting a major color conversion. They're my favorite scissors. I wonder where those went. So she has the major color of her dress done. It is $37.50. And then instead of black, so it's a navy, like a navy blue. And then the lighter blues are $9.31 and $9.32, I believe. I honestly don't know. I'm kind of color converting this as I go and just working on, yeah, I have $9.32, so that must be 9. Well, let's just look, because now I want to know. Okay. The smart thing would be to get all your colors picked and then start stitching, but I just really wanted to get her started, and I chose $37.50. So, you know, and then I picked these other two. Yeah, $9.31 and $9.32. Because $9.30 between it, I thought, was too dark. I'm not apologizing for the lighting, but it's really rainy and gross outside, so it's not the best. We're about to get a snowstorm here tonight and an ice storm, I believe. So hopefully I won't have to go to work tomorrow. Cross your fingers. So, and then the color of her dress. So what I'm doing with her as a refresher, and there are multiple of you that are new viewers, so you don't know. So $37.50 is the black, what I all have done. And then the dark gray right here is $9.31, which I believe I have done. So now I just have to do the light gray in her dress with $9.32. And then I can get to all the colors. Now, these are all teals, multiple teals. I'm not doing any of that. So I'm only doing one color. So we'll have the blues and then one more color, which is going to be Black Currant by Color and Cotton. It's variegated, which you can kind of see there. So I just didn't want to have all these colors. I'm like, why don't I just pick a really awesome, you know, variegated and be done. There's also a lot of beads in there. I believe these are white beads. I may pick different beads that aren't white. I haven't even thought about the beading yet. And then I'm making her, she is going to be a black woman, so her skin is getting a conversion as well. So that is my Raven Queen. She's my first Mira, and I really miss working on her. I did mess up part of her dress right here. I was off a little bit, but I fixed it all. And everything is perfect. This is just so cute. This is on 16 Count Heroic by Pictureless Plus. Phil bought me the pattern and the fabric as a surprise because he knew I wanted to start a Mirabilia. And at the time, she was really one of the only ones that I liked. I like more and more Miras now that I've got more into them and looking at them. But a lot of them I still don't like. I don't like a lot of the flower. Those are Nora Corbett's. It's all the same thing. It's all the same person designing, whatever. I don't have time to be PC. Technical. I don't have time to be technical. I don't know why my computer is making that noise, and I hope it's not in the video. I don't really like a lot of the Mirabilias. There are more that I want to do, but all the mermaids, I don't like the mermaids. I don't know, I think the mermaids are weird. But anyways, I digress. So, 2018 plans. So my plans for 2018 are to finish those two whips, Hark the Herald, Angel Sing, and the Raven Queen. Jessie Marie, I watched your whip video today, and you better finish your Raven Queen as well. It doesn't matter that you're not doing a color conversion. It's still going to look awesome because you're a wonderful stitcher. So finish it with me. Let's Sal that. Raven Queen Sal. Jessie Marie, yeah? So plans to finish those two whips. And then my main focus this year is going to be on ornaments. Halloween ornaments and Christmas ornaments. So I will show you those. Let's start with my Halloween ornaments. Mostly my Halloween ornaments, I'm not too concerned about getting a lot of Christmas ornaments stitched. I just want to get more. You know, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 Christmas trees. 4 Christmas trees. They all have a set, you know, like identity, a set theme or whatever. So I've been thinking that it would be cool to have to get another tree and it just be all Christmas, all stitched Christmas ornaments. So for me, from friends, I think that could be pretty cool. Yeah. So that may be something I do next year. Start. There will be another Flosstube Christmas ornament swap, so stay tuned for that. Since I'm talking about Christmas, let's just do Christmas ornaments first. So, the Christmas ornaments I will be doing this year for myself. Well, me and Phil. It's going to be Mill Hill, this nutcracker. He was sent to me by Abby at Tot Knot Stitcher. If you watched my last video, super cute. Super tiny, that will literally take, what, like 2 hours? 3 hours? Then I will be doing Ink Circles, Truly Endless Knot. This magazine, Just Cross Stitch 2015 Special Holiday Ornament Edition. This was sent to me by Cindy, Cindy's Cross Stitch. And she stitched this Christmas ornament, and I'm like, I love that. Where'd you get it? And she told me the issue. I literally searched through this magazine probably 4 times before I realized that I had it, that it was here. Obviously changing all those colors because, no, there's nothing cute about that. There's nothing cute about that pink ruffle. Not doing it. And then November, December 1991, Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. Was sent this magazine for Santa's a Fable and Fantasy. I will be stitching all those Santas. I'm not going to stitch this one giant piece, just the Santas I decided because I don't like the alphabet and I don't like the numbers and I don't really know what I would do to fill all that space. So, just stitching the Santas individually and making them into individual ornaments. However, I will not be stitching the patriotic Santa. Well, I may stitch the patriotic Santa, and then I will send it to Pam. But I will not stitch it for myself. I just don't like American flag themed decor. I think it's really ugly. And I don't care. Okay, Halloween ornaments. I have already started 2 of my Halloween ornaments. The first set of ornaments I will be stitching are the Little Monsters Trilogy by Mill Hill. So we have Roly Poly, Spot. These are just super freaking cute, like I can't even deal with it. And then the one that I have started, this is my in the car work project on my break, Freckles. That's all we have so far. I don't really like white perforated paper, but that's fine. I've only worked on him twice now. I was FaceTiming Phil on my break yesterday, working on him, and I dropped my needle in my car under my seats and I couldn't find it, so I had to stop, and that was sad. And then I will be doing, excuse me, Mill Hill Itsy Bitsy Spider. This is technically a magnet, but it will become an ornament on my tree. That will take no time to stitch as well. And then I will be doing another trilogy by Mill Hill, the Hocus Pocus trilogy. We have Miranda, 3 Little Witch Sisters, then Minnie, and then the one that I haven't got, Merle there with the pumpkin. And then I will be stitching my Prairie Moon ornaments. So I'm definitely doing that bat. I don't know if I'm going to do that sign. It says, "I'd turn back if I were you." Like, it's not the worst ornament. I don't know. I'm not going to do that. So just the bat. And then this morning, check out my Instagram. I didn't get very much done, but I started that witch. And I will also be doing that skeleton because he is super fun. Let's see if I have the witch. It's fine. Well, yeah, I'll show you. Now you're probably wondering where my tiny Moderus Christmas owl is. I ripped it up, picked out all the stitches, and now it's right here. And I will be stitching Halloween ornaments on it. So started the witch, just did it really fast, just to get her started this morning. It is my first time using Classic Colorworks, so I'm using black coffee for her hat and her hair and her back stitching. I really like this thread, so obviously, you know me, I'm changing all the colors because that's what I do. Hashtag no more call for colors. And I think I'm going to do her skin in elf. Can you see that? Can you see elf? Or maybe endive? Is that too green? I don't know. We'll see. So that should stitch up quick. And I think I'll be able to fit four ornaments on that fabric. You know, I just wasn't feeling that tiny monitor Sal. I didn't want to work on it. I was just over it. And I didn't have that much done, so I'm just like, I'm picking this out and we're done. Okay. Now here are the projects I'm going to work on that are not Christmas ornaments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have five projects here that are not Christmas ornaments that I would like to get started and done in 2018. Not going to start them any certain time. Just, well, okay. No, not going to start them at any certain time. They're just things that I want to start. And I'm limiting now. That doesn't mean I'm not going to start other things that are not in this pile. But these are things that I'm sitting out, I'm getting kitted up, and they will be started. So, the first one is Halloween Fairies, which I've shown you before. I have ordered fabric from XQ Designs for this. I was watching Gerald one day, and he had some green fabric called Halloween Green, and I really, really liked it, and I thought that this would be super cool on that. So, that is currently being shipped to me. And then I'll be doing Country Cottage Needleworks, Our Love Nest. I've also shown this. Oh, excuse me, that was not cute. Our Love Nest. I also have fabric in the same XQ Designs order coming. Desert Palm, which is like a yellow, changing all of the colors. So, that will be started. Also, something that I would like to do this year, none of these pieces are going to work for doing that, so I'm going to have to find something else to do. But I really would like to start stitching and getting the hang of using linen and even weave and stuff. So, I think I'm going to try to find a couple small projects to start using linen for. But all these are going to be on Ada. Then my third focus piece for the year, third big focus, will be Prairie Moon Zombies. Kept some of the colors, changed some of the colors out, and it is being stitched, will be stitched on 16 count, Fathoms Below, hand-dyed fabrics by Stephanie. Love that. Lipstick Needle Minder by Jenna Delicious Threads. I just think this lipstick is hilarious. I saw that and I'm like, I have to have that. It's literally one of my favorite needle minders. So that will be happening this year. Which is funny to me that I haven't started this yet. This was supposed to be my New Year, New Start on New Year's Day, but you know, I just really wanted to get Being Inspired done, and I was just on a roll, and I busted that out, and oh well. Then the second project will be my first Nora Corbett. My first Nora. Whatever, apparently I can't talk today. A bewitching pixie. Minerva, love her. And she will be stitched on 16 count. Purple Pansies. by Stephanie. This is literally my favorite fabric. I am obsessed with this. And Minerva is getting a full color conversion as well. I think I'm going to go do that next week. I think I'm going to hop on over to the LNS and pick out some fancy floss colors for her. She is going to become purple and green. So her skin will be green, kind of like Elphaba, but her wardrobe will be purple. So there's that. And then the last focus piece, which this I should really start. So in my last video I talked about Cross Stitch Nation. So I'm going to tell you all again my plans for it, just in case new subscriber or you forgot. So, Cross Stitch Nation. I am changing yellow dress right here to another guy. The border down here with the date and the initials, I want that to be the same as the flower border at the top. So those are the changes I'm making. And I'm going to send this off. I'm going to stitch the guy right there first, and then send this off to 9 people. So those 9 people will pick a motif, You will pick a person, the words, or one of the borders, and get that stitched up, and then send it back to me if you want. I already have a couple people in mind. I just think that's really cool, and I think it'd be really special, you know, because it's not just me and the Cross Stitch Nation, it's all of us. So I'm going to ask the people before I send it to them, hey, would you like to stitch something? A lot of people have already told me that they would like to do it, so I guess I could maybe divide up the border. You know, somebody could do half a border and then send it back to me. Somebody could do half the letters, just to get 3 more people involved. But definitely the people I want to be one person. And then whoever does the top border first, I'm going to ask them to include the floss that they used. That way the people on the bottom can do the same. Or do you think it would be cooler if whoever does the border, you know, the bottom or the top are different? So if I divide up the border, then I would want you to include your floss so the next person could finish it. I'm not going to assign parts to people. I'm just going to be like, you choose what you want to do. I was just going to keep sending it out, like make a list, like send it to the first person and they'll send it to all the people, and then whenever it gets back to me, it gets back to me. But I'm thinking that because I'm asking people to do this, once they stitch on it and send it back to me, like, I think I want to include like some little gifts, you know, like just a little token of appreciation for doing it. So it kind of ruins the surprise of not seeing it until it's all done, if I know what everybody stitches after they stitch it. But or I guess I could just send people if I know that they have it. You got to check in with me that you have it. And I know some people do their stitches differently. Some people, you know, start at the top and go down to the bottom or whatever. I'm not gonna be anal about that. All the stitches don't have to go the same way because we all do things differently. And that will be stitched on 16 count Legacy. If I picture this plus. So that is my 2017 year in review and my whips and my plans for 2018. Obviously, this is subject to change at any moment. However, definitely I will be working on these Halloween ornaments. That is the thing that will happen. I will be finishing those 2 whips that I have. That is happening. Cross Stitch Nation is happening. Everything else, subject to change. The Christmas ornaments, subject to change. Or I may just not even do them. Any of these 5 projects that are not Cross Stitch Nation, subject to change. So, stay tuned. It's going to be a good year. I'm still going to be stitching and making videos. I'm also going to, I told myself I want to be reading more. I want to play more video games and board games. Last year Phil got me into Magic the Gathering because he loves Magic, and I really liked it, and we haven't played in a long time, so we want to start playing Magic again, so that will be fun. We're getting married in May, so 4 months from tomorrow. It's crunch time, people, for getting shit done for the wedding. We've kind of put off doing anything, and now we gotta go. So I don't know, like I'm not gonna be stitching every day like I normally have been, at least until we get married. We just got a lot to do. And next Friday, we're getting a puppy, which if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you have seen. So stay tuned for a brief Flosstube video introducing Pickles to the world. Introducing Pickles to all of our stitchy friends. And yes, we've already named her Pickles. So, wedding planning, training a puppy, that's going to take a lot of time. Which is why I kind of like that I've decided to do these ornaments, because they'll be quick and I'll get them done, and they don't really take that much concentration. You know, so. And I could take him to work with me and stitch for an hour or 2 on my break. On days that I get a break. And then Cross Stitch Nation. After I get that one guy done, that'll be shipped off and people will be doing that, so. That's that. If you have any questions, comments below, leave them. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. Weasley Studios, yo. We love you. And we hope you love us. And I will be back. Today's Thursday, the 11th. I will be back Monday. Yes, I'm off Monday. So I'll probably be making just a stitchy update video. I have some stitchy mail that I need to show, and I'll probably have more progress on those 2 Christmas ornaments. Those 2 Halloween ornaments. And who knows what else. Oh, I'm going to go to the LNS and pick out colors for the Bewitching Pixie, so you'll get to see those. So y'all have a great stitchy weekend, and comment below what you think about my fair pieces. Being expired, which I haven't shown you until Monday, but you can look at it on our Instagram. Double Double, and whether or not you think I should burn the edges. Because if I don't burn the edges, I just bought this frame at Hobby Lobby. Marlene at Stitching by the Lake got it, and I was like, that's cute, and Double Double will look cute on that, but then I'm like, I really want to burn the edges, but I'm nervous. So tell me what you think about that. And then Stitching Santa, do you think he would be good at the fair? Okay, I'm off to do some housework, and that's that. Talk to y'all later. Bye.